Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals and welcome back to my channel. I am here to memory plan the week of the 11th of January in my 7x9 Tilly Journals planner. I'm using the Black Friday, Cyber Monday freebies from Plannerface. I do PR for Plannerface, so I get a discount for promoting her stickers. I've got my stickers in a reusable sticker album also from Plannerface. So at Plannerface you can use Tilly10 to save, but I do get a discount for promoting for her. I've got a Simply Gilded washi tape there. So because this was the freebies, I have both the full kit, which is a 6-page kit, which is there, and also and then also the mini kit. I have already used a quarter of this kit, I would say, and I accidentally got 2 pages of this page of the mini kit, so I've got both of those. And then there's extra freebies that came throughout the weekend as well, so these are extra bits that aren't really like a kit either. So that's all of that, and the glitter add-on. So yeah, lots and lots of pages to work with, and I'm actually going to attempt to make that 4 weeks of spreads. So I've done 1 already, this is 2, and then we're hoping to leave about half of it to do another 2. So here is the kit, and let's get the basis down. Okay, so in today's Black Lives Matter little topic, I'm going to be talking about privilege, and particularly white privilege, and how this affects people and people's response to white privilege, and being called out on behaviours. So first off, the bit that I definitely want to say in this is that just because you have privilege in one area of your life, it doesn't necessarily mean you don't have privilege in other areas of your life. So for example, I am a cis white female who is LGBT but is in a heterosexual relationship. So I have privilege for being cis. I have privilege for being white. I have privilege for being in a heterosexual relationship. I do not have privilege and am oppressed for being female, and I am oppressed for being LGBT. And it's as simple as that. Like, just because I have the privilege of being white, it doesn't mean I don't have oppression. And I think that's what people forget when they're talking about privilege or white privilege. All that means is I have white privilege. So I have privilege because of the colour of my skin. And a recent book that I was reading, Women Don't Be Pretty by Florence Given, talks about the different types of privilege you could have for certain aspects. So it has a list of things you might have privilege for if you're not disabled, or a list of things you might have privilege for because you're cis, or white, or female, or male, or lots of other things. And I think it was just a really great reminder, and something that like really hit home. But in this book, there was a lot of hit homes in this book. I highly, highly recommend reading it if you haven't already. It's a fantastic book, and it just really hit home that just because I am privileged for some areas, I'm not in others, and that's okay. And just because I'm not privileged in some areas, it doesn't mean I am privileged. Just because I'm privileged in some area. You know what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, and I think people forget that when they're talking about privilege. And all that we mean when we say privilege is that, yes, your life might be hard, but your life is not hard because of that factor. So my life is not hard because of the colour of my skin. My life is not hard because the gender I identify matches with the gender I was assigned at birth. The sex I was assigned at birth, I should say. And I think people forget that people saying you have privilege doesn't mean your life wasn't hard. It means that you had benefits from whatever they are referring to. So because I talk a lot about Black Lives Matter, because of the colour of your skin, like, yeah, I could talk about this all day. I really could. It's one of these topics that I don't think people always get, and people get really offended by people saying you've got privilege, but it's true, and you need to chill out and this is a lot of what I say. When somebody tells you something, particularly somebody who is in a marginalised community, you need to listen. Like, it's one thing, me, a white woman, talking about like Black Lives Matter, but my voice is never going to be, and never should be, as important as a black person's. If I'm called out on something by a black person, I just need to accept that what I've done is wrong. and that what I've done is not okay. If I'm called out on it by a white woman, I also need to do that. And, you know, think about why they've said what they've said. Like, accept when you're called out on things. If something offends somebody, don't think about the fact that you didn't mean for it to be offensive. Think about the fact that there's somebody hurt at the end of the day, and you have caused that hurt. It's quite a hard thing to do, because we've spent our whole lives apologising for behaviours, and what we actually need to do, not even apologising for behaviours, we need to apologise for the behaviours. We've spent all our lives trying to make it so that we don't seem like the bad guys in a situation. Sometimes you are the bad guy, and that is just part of life. And you gotta be okay with that. Anyway, this got a bit dark and a bit deep. I sometimes do this. I go on my little like topics and get a bit too real, and I go, ooh, am I gonna scare people off? But you know what? They're uncomfortable truths, but they are the truth. Don't know. Let me know down below, what do you think? Do you, next time somebody calls you out on something, try not trying to justify yourself, and try just apologising and saying, I'm really sorry that I hurt you. Not trying to justify why you did it and why it was okay. Okay, Coke, so there we have the base all down, lovely and foiled. I've also put my full boxes and overlays in because I just thought I might as well do it as I went along. I haven't got a sticker for that, but we'll deal with that in a bit. Right, so, this stuff as well. There we go. Let's zoom in and have a little look at Monday. I've got so much kit that I'm literally like, I don't know what I'm doing because there's too much to like look at everything. So this could be interesting. I'm like trying to spread it out around me, but there's so much. I don't know whether that's going to be possible or not, but we'll make it work, I'm sure. So, first things first, let's put a little appointment label down for my morning routine, which is the first thing I'm going to mark. And I have tried to remember to put in these stickers that came with the kit when I remember. So that's for morning routine. And then I had some time just sitting and doing some planning. I did a load of filming for the channel, which is going to go in this squared off box there. And I also did some editing in the same vein. I'm just trying to get things sorted. I'm actually debating not putting both of those things in bigger boxes, just because otherwise I'm not going to fit everything I want in. So instead I'm going to pull in an appointment label for editing. And that can go just there. And hopefully I can pull this a little bit higher up and it'll just look a bit better. There we go. Then I'm going to mark in something that I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just going to mark it in, preferably without ruining the boxes. Sorry, I whacked a box at the same time as saying that there. And I am going to have a tiny bit of text here about that. I actually think there was two more things I wanted to mark in. So the last one is going to go on a little thing right at the bottom of the day. That can go there. And to be honest, the other one is what the text is about. So we're just going to leave it be, I think. So this last thing is for choosing some stickers and watching some TV. So I've got a little TV there from the sheet. That's for the thing I'm not going to talk about. We've got, oh, I've screwed up. Right. That's just going to come across to this side. This is fine, don't worry. It's fine, we can just turn this appointment label down. This is the joy of removable mat. We can just rearrange things when needs be. And there we go. Make sure my character stickers are still on top. And for filming, I may even want to move that box, to be honest. So yes, I do. So this is more centered. So maybe I should have stuck the ratty down earlier, but I didn't, so it's fine. There we go, that's about middle. And then for planning time, I was just going to use one of the little planners in the kit selection. That can go there. So I've also got scripts, because you know how I love to no. You know how I hate to write everything in. There. Big filming session, editing session, and then a little bit of text in there. Cool. Generally I am going to be putting text hidden, but to be honest there's not enough on that day. We've gone a bit dark. Can I brighten this up at all? Not really. Give me a sec, I'm just going to brighten this shot up. Cool, we're a bit more better colours now, so that's there. So Tuesday, again, first things first, I want to mark in doing my morning routine, and I am going to put in another little thing for that. And then next thing I'm going to mark in, I'm not going to say what is. The next couple of weeks are going to be particularly bad for that. I have warned you that that is going to be ongoing for, I don't know how long, but for a while certainly. That flag is the same colour as the thing above. It's just because these things aren't my place to talk about, so yeah, that's there. Then we did some tidying at my parents' house, preparing. My sister moved back to my parents' house this week, so it was preparing for that. So we then moved our kittens back to our house. We were expecting my sister to come this day, but she decided not to come till later in the week. So just deciding what sort of box to pull in for that. There, for moving the kittens home. Then I'm gonna use a kind of want a little thing or an appointment label, or yeah, let's just use an appointment label. This is very boxy and it's not like me, but we're gonna just stick with it for a second because we're then gonna use one of the squared off boxes next. That's gonna have a heart next to it. We're probably gonna put some text in next to that. Just check I've even that. Yeah, space that evenly. After that, I'm going to use a third box. Actually, no, the text is going to be there. So let's jump to the bottom, where I'm going to mark in. Where am I looking? I did some planning whilst watching a TV program. So that's going to go there at the bottom. Then before that I'm going to mark something in that I can't say about, and then we're going to have the appointment label. Kind of want to layer. I want to do a bit of layering. Shall I pull in some layering functionals? Yeah, why not? I think because I've got so much kit, I'm a bit like, oh, I don't really need to pull in the layering functionals, but also it's me, so we're going to pull in layering functionals. Why not? That can go there, and then a little bit of text can just go in that gap. I'm generally not doing text anymore in this planner. However, if there's like something particular going on that I want to document or write about, then I am going to be doing text, and this is one of those days. I just want to mark this thing in a bit more detail, or write my emotions around it. So that's what we're doing. I am loving how this is coming together so far. It is cute. Ooh, tea delivery, my favourite. Yes, thank you, my love.
No problem.
They were good noises.
Oh, I was right next to the microphone as I was stretching.
Yes. Cool. So that is Tuesday. On to Wednesday. I think I might pop my morning routine on Wednesday on like some sort of little layering icon. Why not? Yeah, I've got one. I'm running out of my paint swatches in gold. I think it's because gold is like its own, there's only one gold, if you see what I mean, whereas a lot of my other colours, there are more than one of them. Then I did some designing, then printed some stickers out, which I kind of want to put on a third box. I have some more third boxes. Oh, there's these like not quite third boxes, but bigger than a quarter box. Let's use one of those. And then for foiling, I'm going to use a flag from the kit, if I can pick it up. There. I think I'm going to put it that way around. I think that will work best. Is that what I want to do? This is the problem with not putting the character stickers down as you go along. It gets a bit like, is this what I want to do? Yes, it is. Good. then I finalised my YouTube video that went up that day. I just threw something on the floor and I have no idea what it was. But well, we'll deal with that later. That is the same design as the box above it. Let's not use that. Bye-bye. Let's just use a plain old... Oh, there's a plain old pink appointment label on that day as well. There's this green one. That will work nicely. I'm sorry if you can hear Soshin clattering in the kitchen. There. So that's for finalising that. Then did a quick grocery run, which I think I'd quite like on a little appointment label. Why not, hey? Mostly because of the sort of stickers I've got for it. Then we had a quick video call with my sister just to arrange a few things before they came up, and I think I'm going to use a layering functional for that. So obviously they brought my nephew, so there was a bit more to organise than there normally would be if somebody was moving temporarily. Then I've only got 3 more things to mark in. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a box at the bottom to mark in watching Soul. Is that at the right side? Yeah. Then for pulling out stickers for a plan with me, that can go in a quarter box. And then that leaves me this amount of space, which I think will either be a 3rd box or like the weird halfway between quarter and 3rd boxes. Let's grab a 3rd box instead. 3rd boxes are one of my favourite things. I think they're just a great size for a lot of things, and I just love that more kits are coming with them. So like this has extras in, so it has extra 3rd boxes in, and that makes me happy in my soul, because I watch Soul. Hey, did you get it? Did you get it? I make some really bad jokes. Okay, so that's for pulling out stickers, and that is from the sticker sheet. That's for the thing I'm not marking. It's for the video call. And for the grocery shopping, I was going to pull in one of the grocery bags from there. And then I've got the grocery script here to layer over it, which I think looks really cute. And that's for finalising my video, doing the foiling. If I layer that right, you won't be able to tell there's a divide there. Print, design, and then morning routine. We're again going to grab one of the teacups from there. So just I have some scripts as well. So we've got a video call script there. Print. Let's not just dump that randomly. There. Design and morning routine. Fabulous. And then we can turn over and start working on the other side. So on Thursday, again, the first thing I want to mark in is doing my morning routine, which I think can go on this little thing there. Then I did a load of paperwork in the morning before going off to my sim day. It was like a simulation teaching day thing, which I'm going to pop on this box here. Then I had my scenario in the sim day was a seizure, which I always feel super awkward with seizures, because you just feel like you're standing there watching them, and to be fair, you kind of are. So there's that. Then I'm going to jump to the bottom just because I don't know how much space I need. So I'm going to put that for cuddling with my mum. Then before that, I kind of want to use a flag or a layering thing. Where have I moved my layering things off to? Why do I move things out of my way when I'm still using them? It's not helpful. It is sometimes, but often it's not. I'm going to use a little circle, I think, there, and then what will fit in that gap, probably a quarter box or an appointment label. What did I find first? An appointment label. Yes, excellent. So let's actually put the stickers down now. So we have morning routine there. Yep, and then we have, I've just got that for the paperwork. And for the simulation day, I've got these stick with the plan coat girls, and here is where we went wrong. do this all the time, don't I? I kind of don't want that to be that colour flag, just because the flag above it is the same colour, but my problem is I have more green and blue flags than anything, so I kind of want, oh, that's still blue, that's the other blue, I want the pink one, that's what I want. So as I'm peeling it up anyway, let's switch it to a pink flag, and we'll turn this appointment label round as well. We're nearly there, turning things round. This is the problem with putting all the stickers down first, is that you can screw it up. Then there. So that's there, that's there, that's there. And then we have that there, and we've got a snuggle time. I'm going to put the with mum down first, because the snuggle time is on clear sticker paper, so it can overlap the with mum a little bit. There we go, to make it fit perfectly. Grand. So that is Thursday. Friday had a lie-in first thing in the morning, and let's pull in a strip of washi. We haven't actually used very much washi yet at all, so it'll be a good opportunity to use a little bit. I'm actually using the 2 smallest strips layered together there. Then I did a load of baking, which I think I'm going to use a squared off box for. Actually no, I'm going to use a squared off box next. I'm going to use a half box here, and then the squared off box there. So got bake, and then what are the kittens playing with? I don't know whether you can hear them, but I can. There. Then we actually still have 4 things to mark in. The last one is another thing that can actually go over a washi strip, so we're going to do that because why not? Typical me, not using a washi strip yet in the kit and then just doing 2 things on the same day. Then before that I'm going to mark in lazing around and just watching some TV. There. Then I did some Etsy admin and we moved home. So I think for the Etsy admin I'd quite like a flag or a layering. I think we're going to go a layering. We're probably going to go both. Go a layering item, which is going to be a flag if I've got another one that matches. I've got this blue, that will work I think. There. And then we've just got that space, and I'm really sorry if you can hear the cats playing in the corridor. They are being quite loud. And we'll pull in this green box in the gap. Perfect. So that is, I think, for moving home. That's for doing the Etsy admin, chilling out in front of the TV, and that there. Perfect on the Friday. Oh, I've got a bake script as well that I hadn't pulled in. There. Okay, on to Saturday. I have barely anything to mark on Saturday, so I don't know how we're going to make this work, but we will, I'm sure. So first things first, we'll mark my morning routine in. Then I'm gonna do Mark's doing some tidying, which was at our house. We were doing the tidying. And then I literally spent most of the day cutting stickers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this half box, pop it onto its side, and do that. Then I'm gonna use a 3rd box, probably, or one of the no, I'm gonna use the 3rd box, but that's blue as well. I don't want a blue one, I want a green or a pink one. There's a pink one here. There for foiling, and then I did some planning, which can go on a layering thing, which can be a circle probably, or I've got some solid foiled hexagons. That will work well. So if I'm right in thinking, this will be at this side. So let's see how that fits in with our stickers. Pretty sure it will. So we've got morning routine first. Then for tidying, I'm again going to pick up one of the bins from the kit. I don't really have any other use for bins other than to use them for tidying, so that's what we do. Then for cutting, I'm actually going to layer that and that sort of one on top of the other. I think that kind of works, it's fine. Then that means I do kind of want to put that sticker at this side, which obviously, despite the fact I worked it out, means that my hexagon is at the wrong side. And to make sure my hexagon does, the damaged bit of the hexagon is covered, I'm just going to turn it around. So I'm going to use that there for foiling. And then for planning time, I was going to pull in one of the planners from the kit, which are only tiny but cute. And now I want to move it because the planning time script is huge. So if we put the planning time script down first, then we can just put the little planner at this side maybe. Does that work? Yeah, why not? That will do nicely. Last but not least, on to Sunday. I'm going to start off again with my morning routine. Put that in there. Then I again did a load of cutting of stickers. I finished off any, I think I like quality controlled, and then cut anything that I still needed. And I also, while things were cutting, did some YouTube comments. What are you sliding around about, sweetie? There. Then I'm going to mark in packing orders, and I'm going to use the last one of these boxes here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to hold off that a second. I'm going to use, oh, but this is very boxy and I don't like it. I never like when things look super boxy. I'm going to use, what am I going to do? I'm going to change this flag for something else. I'm going to use a layering functional from my shop there, I think, unless I've got anything from the kit I could use instead. Nope, but I found this heart there that can be used for YouTube comments, if I can even put it down. Probably going to use a little laptop from the kit for that. And then we're going to use, morning routine, cut YouTube comments. And for pack orders, we're going to use a half box. That's where we were going to get to. I think that was the plan. Choose this pink half box. And then I'm going to use this green squared off box to mark working on. I'm going to put these things down because I'm getting myself confused. So we've got morning routine, and again I'm going to pull in the last coffee cup from the kit from that. Then for cutting stickers there, I'm just getting myself confused not putting these things down, so I'm just going to pop them down. Then YouTube comments, I was going to use one of the little laptops, and I think I'll use the green one along with my YouTube comment script. I always manage to use clear scripts when I've just got the paper underneath. And that's for packing orders, and that's for working on planners. There we go. That's that there. Then we went on a walk and managed to actually find my sister and nephew at the park near our house. We weren't intending to particularly, we just went for a walk and they were there. So that was quite nice to see them. Obviously I hadn't seen them because of the restrictions. Then we had a Zoom call with some friends where we did a music game, which was including Beth of Colourful and Co. So I'm going to use a half box for that. Then did some filming, and then we watched Disney Plus and had pizza, which I think is going to be the bottom thing. We can go there. I reckon the watch Disney Plus can yeah, that works. And then for filming, I'd quite like to use a flag or another layering functional in that gap, whatever will fit. Oh, I've got some solid foiled circles. Let's just use one of them with the little microphone and a film script. There, cool. So that is everything. So let's open her up and see what she looks like. Okay, so that is the spread before the pen. For my little bit of texts, I'm going to use, I think I probably am going to pull in some little checklists, just, to finish off the spread. I just think using a little checklist for these makes them look so much more pulled together and like it's actually meant to be there. I do tend to trim off the checklist, and then I will put a glitter header at the top of them. I did in the full kit somewhere. Kittens, you are being very, very noisy while Mummy is filming. Yes, you are. At least you're not destroying things like you did to Mummy's live. That was painful. It was also the best comic timing ever. If you go back and watch the first half of that live, if you weren't in it, or you haven't watched it since, because Nala's comic timing was perfection. I'm being a perfectionist here and I don't even care. Okay, so there we have the spread before the pen. Let's show you what's left in the kit. So we've still got tons and tons left, which is why I'm going to try and use this over. It's like we've still got a full sheet of stickers I've not touched there. That's the boxes page as well. So we're going to try and use this next winter over another pre-planning and memory plan spread. So subscribe to the channel if you want to check that out. I need to pull these washies off because otherwise I'll confuse myself at a later date, because they're the washies I used this time. Then maybe I should leave them on and put January above it to remind myself that I don't want to use the same washies again. Just, you know, an idea. So yeah, that's everything that's left. So there is still tons there and I'm excited to try and use it again. But now I will speed up and write everything in. It's time for our weekly check-in. How are you all doing? Have you had a good week? This week that I've memory planned was a hard one for me, as a lot of the weeks in January have been, to be honest with you. But that just is what it is. There's a lot of stuff going on and it's quite hard a lot of the time. And I've been in my feelings about it a lot and in my head, and that's hard. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that everything's hunky-dory when it's just not. I posted something recently on my Instagram about my mirtazapine, which is an antidepressant that I've been on since third year at uni, and I did 5 years at uni, and then I've been had a year out included in that, so I was at uni for 6 years, so 4 years after I went on it. 3.5 years after I was on it, and then I've been out of uni for 2 years, so I've been on it for like nearly 6 years at this point. I think that's right, something like that. And people were saying how they would quite like me to talk a bit more about my mental health, and I think the first step of that is saying that I'm not okay when I'm not okay, and that things have been hard when they've been hard, and not just pretending everything's hunky-dory, because I think a lot of what we see on the internet is people pretending they're hunky-dory when they're not. And it needs to stop. We need to stop, you know, shining toxic positivity on the world and showing our highlights reel rather than being real on the internet, because this is me. This is like, that's all I ever try and do in my videos, is be legit with you and be real with you. And yeah, I might hide certain things, but that's more for my own privacy or other people's privacy, rather than because, yeah. Anyway, I hope your week was better than mine. Okie doke, so there we have the finished spread. I did put in these 2 stickers. I've forgotten I made these, so yeah, I've forgotten they were a new release in the shop. So there we have the finished spread after the pen. Obviously there are a few bits that I'm not filling in now that I will fill in on my own. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below whether you did. Do you like this new style where I only put text in as and when I feel the need to, when I want to journal things, or did you prefer when I put in journaling every day? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!